Come on.
I had to remind you.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I was sounding.
I was dancing. Yeah.
Okay, what the hell is he doing?
Akira.
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 Say, when you go to the dentist in Akira world,
You say
say, Akira. Sorry, that's the doctor.
I love that. You say, you say, I learned
Say,
it's killing me.
Whoa, whoa. I'm not touching you. Gosh. Okay, I cannot see it again. We need the...
Yeah, I can't see.
No, I like that darkness.
It hurts my eye.
At that point, it doesn't even feel like we're doing a podcast. I don't know what's going on.
It gives me a headache. Once again, we're in a garage in the dark.
Get over
the
it.
garage dark. This is the dark series.
This is the...
This is total recap. The dark.
This is Total Recap Dark Edition. And today we are doing the darkest of films, but also the colorful... Dark in its themes, but colorful in its visuals.
I don't know what the fuck that
Ladies
theme
and
is,
gentlemen.
honestly, to be honest with you. I tried to figure it out.
I know.
Oh, shit. He came prepared.
Want me to tell you?
Not
First,
not
let's
yet.
mention what movie we watched before we get into the theme.
We screamed it a couple of times.
Yeah. I think they got it by now. We watched Akira! Good God.
This is gonna be one of the unlistenable ones.
God. Yeah, we watched Akira by
We're just always screaming.
Hashimoto or whatever his name is.
Otomo.
I
What?
think that's his last name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Otomo.
I didn't know what he was saying for a
Akira.
second.
Akira, right?
No.
What the
No, what the fuck was this movie?
Yeah, there was so much of it that I
I'd
don't
say
understand.
I
don't
was
understand.
disappointed.
I didn't know what to expect. The only expectations I had was for the visuals, and I feel like that landed
Oh yes.
100% exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, that was easily the best part of the movie.
But the rest of it, I didn't know what to expect. So I mean, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is all brand new information I'm getting.
I can completely understand why this would be regarded as like a revolutionary like movie.
The thought that this came out in '88 is unreal.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nothing, even on this scale is I feel like has come out now.
And like at this,
at least in that cyberpunk
Yeah.
like sci-fi world.
and also at the time, like the '80s animation, like America-wise, we had like He-Man and Transformers. Like they were completely phoning it in and just doing the cheapest animation possible, and
Yeah.
that was like what we got.
I feel
But-
like we're in the middle of just like an animation like renaissance. I feel like we have been for
Really, you think?
a while now.
I feel like that was like the early '90s, because then you got
maybe
you got Ren and Stimpy, and then SpongeBob follows after that, and you get like the
but I feel
Cartoon
like
Network
animated
shows.
movies like I feel like they've taken
Yeah,
another
but that's a
level.
very different thing. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, like it takes a lot of skill, but it's like CGI. It's very different.
Yeah, I'm just saying like in a movie aspect. Like I feel like animated movies have gotten, you know,
Oh, you mean like
more
movies that come out in
importance than
theaters and
ever,
shit?
yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? What?
I feel like it's been like that for a while. Ever since the first couple Pixar movies have come out, I think that's when shit started to get really, you know?
Okay,
I mean,
I don't know,
Monsters
that's weird
Inc.,
because it's
Toy
like,
Story, like that's
but like I feel like towards the end, like it was starting to hit the shitter, you know.
Towards the end of what?
Towards the end of like the 2000s ish, like
that's
like
when
yeah, in the beginning of the
Cars.
2000s, you got like your Monsters Inc. You got all of those, but like I felt like afterwards it started to hit a slump. But I feel like it's more on the rise. But this is unrelated to Akira.
Yes.
I don't know why we're on this.
The heck was this movie? The plot
Great
makes
way to put it.
The plot, okay. The plot. What I liked. Okay, I'll give this movie this. The plot, like you continuingly like get more information as you go.
Yeah.
So, like, in the movie, you're very lost. What the fuck are you doing? Are you on
I'm-
Twitter right now,
no,
bitch?
I'm not on Twitter. Just keep talking.
What are you doing?
I'm just making it like so it like the light keeps going on. Just keep talking.
So the light's on?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, so...
Well, you.
There's something about how Greg's trying to make the lights on.
Was that what it was about? I don't think that...
No, he's talking about how great we all love this movie.
Shut the fuck up! No. Damn it. I lost it, Greg.
No,
Thank
you're talking
you.
about the plot and how you figure shit out more as you go.
Oh yeah, you get more information as you go on because like right when you're tossed in, you get introduced to like these characters and you don't know their relationship or anything, and you don't even know what's going on in this. You know, like something happened. You know, the World War III. You know that happened, but other than that, you have no information. And as you keep going along, you kind of start to understand more about like what each character is to the other and like what's happening in the world like currently and like in the political landscape and all that stuff. And you continually learn more information. I feel like by the end you do get enough information for the most part to understand what happened throughout the movie. You're
Yeah,
not going to know
definitely.
the finer details, but you're going to know the general idea of everything that happened in the movie by the end of the movie.
Yeah, you know the characters, you know like what their purpose, like what their contribution to the plot is, and you know like overall in general what the plot was.
Exactly.
But yeah, that ending, I don't know what from. Yeah, whatever.
Well, I was. So, what was Tetsuo's whole motivation?
He just like
He didn't have a motivation. He just kind of
bullied,
got... He
right?
No. Wait,
He
what?
didn't like Kaneda. He was jealous. He was jealous of Kaneda.
And he clearly like was bullied, and that was clearly like a lot of rage from that.
Yeah, it
But
was
the
sorta
thing
he was
is,
a
like,
small
they
kid.
didn't take very much. I feel like this was the biggest weakness of the movie. They don't flesh out the characters and their motivations enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Characters.
And you're
were
just
very
left
boring.
wondering, like,
I
who
think
this person
Tatsuro was
is a
probably
lot
one of the
time.
most fleshed out, though.
Yeah, but
By the end, yeah.
I didn't really.
Because also the kids were talking about Tatsuo.
think about it this way.
You got information about Tatsuo from like Tatsuo and stuff that was going on with him, and then also like the kids would talk about him sometimes.
Yeah, but like so like that accident happens and he gets like kidnapped and like you know and then he wakes up and then he gets kidnapped again.
Yeah, he's always
literally
getting
for like the first half of the movie you don't know who this guy is.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
really-
they didn't explain anything about
Exactly.
him before he got his power.
Exactly,
that
yeah,
was
and
weird.
it's like and that's what happens with like Kaneda too. You don't even know what the fuck's going on with Kaneda most of the time.
Yeah.
He's just chasing around this girl that he really likes, and he thinks he's like suddenly dating her after like the second
Yeah,
time.
very
he made...
creepy.
That's
I
another
think
thing
that
where
was like definitely like an '80s Japan thing.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's another
but it was
cultural thing that
still-
we're just not gonna get. So I give him a pass on that. But like,
But it made him unlikable.
yeah, it really
But
detracts
that's
from
not.
the movie.
But that's in like a lot of like anime type things too. You know, like
What?
that's not like just this. Like the whole like the guy being like fucking crazy obsessed with this girl, and like that's kind of just what he was.
Yeah,
but the thing is, he has nothing else up until this point.
What I would,
Yeah.
I like,
And like what he does is like he just chases her around and then he stumbles upon some information about Tetsuo and he's like, holy shit, oh yeah, Tetsuo, my fucking best friend, I forgot about him. And then he starts taking shit seriously and then he just felt like a follower. He just kind of followed them around. Like he didn't really have any motivate other than, you know, his friend obviously.
Yeah, it was
but,
weird
like, he
'cause he
forgot
was-
about that.
Yeah, you're right. Like he was a follower the whole time, and he's supposed to be this like crazy badass. but, like,
Exactly.
Yeah, he
wasn't
and
really
it just
doing
felt
shit.
off. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't establish these characters' motivations or their relationships too, because it's like the whole Kaneda and Tetsuo like
Yeah.
clash in
Yeah, that
like
was weird.
3/4 of the movie. That didn't feel dramatic for the simple fact that you don't know anything about their relationship up until that point. He's all pissed and thinks he's like, you know, he pushed him around and he bullied him and all this stuff, but like the movie never took time to really talk about that or focus on that. So when it came to that point, you just are left like, oh yeah, so just you have to kind of assume their relationship. It's like, oh yeah, so he hates him obviously because like, you know, he's mad at him.
Well,
And
they
it's
showed
like,
you a little bit of that, like in the
the
beginning.
flashbacks with the flute.
but the flashback happened like when the clash happened.
No, I mean like in the beginning, like when like they walk into that bar, then they like
Yeah.
have that fight with like the biker gang. Like you see a little bit of that.
Yeah.
but
I feel like if
it's
I
not
watched
enough,
this movie
you know?
again, it would be better. I think if I saw
I don't know.
it
I
a
still
second
don't
time.
think that's enough because
Right?
it's like when you have this like head-to-head like showdown situation, in order for it to have that impact, like you have to develop that relationship. You have to make them like
Well, the problem was that like they were never like together for most of the
exactly,
movie.
and I
Yeah,
think
they
that's
were
a
very
problem. Like
separate.
it's hard to like get into like whatever's going on with their relationships and like their drama and stuff. It's hard to get into it when you just don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the characters, I was very uninterested with them, and that really
They were kind of flat. Yeah, that's
really made me bored throughout a lot of the movie. Like this movie was quite a slog for me personally. Like
I wouldn't call it a slog.
I wouldn't call it a slog. I thought
don't
there was
know.
still enough aside from, them not fleshing out the characters or like their relationships and their motives. Like even putting that aside, I thought there was still plenty to unpackage from the movie.
I don't know. I was just so confused. And the animation was beautiful and amazing, but it did get to a point where it's like, all right, it's this movie's gone on too long where it's like I'm not as amazed. There were occasional points where it would get crazy again, near the end with or like the bridge blowing.
I think
bridge
even
blowing
throughout
up or,
they did a pretty good job of like not like consistently blowing my mind, but just like
impressing me.
Yeah, but impressing me in like different ways though. Like they would like it wouldn't just be like always like the exact same aesthetic that made it look cool, but like it would change a little bit. Like yeah, like you say, like we were talking about, like the first time it's like okay, the shot of the city looks cool, and then like the way the smoke is moving looks cool. It's like different. Sometimes it's like the motion that impresses me. Sometimes it's just like an overall like landscape shot or whatever. I was impressed by different things throughout, which kept it interesting. Yeah, and I think that's another like great thing about the animation in this movie in general. Is just not only how beautiful it looks, but how interesting it was throughout.
Yeah,
and I agree with Tony on that, and that's where I disagree with Greg. That like I don't think the animation was ever like boring to me. And
I wouldn't say that.
Not boring, but like I felt like it never got used to it. I felt like it never gave me a chance to get used to it because it just kept doing something different, like Tony said.
It dipped for a little in the middle when it was just people talking.
Even if it's like subtle things, like I felt like there was still plenty to unpackage by just like visually just.
Yeah, like even like when they were in, it was them and like when they were like disguised as electricians or whatever, like trying to break in, and they're like in the sewer, and then he's like pushing them down into the sewer, and then like that dead rat floats up with all those magnets.
Like there's like so many subtle
so gross.
things.
It looks so cool.
There
and every time
so
someone's
many
like
subtle
head
things.
blew up or their guts fell out.
The
or something.
violence was like crazy in this movie.
I was not expecting that. That was
the
awesome.
rated R. I didn't think it would be this rated R.
I like that it's that way. Though,
I
that
loved
it, was
it
like
though.
a
Yeah,
gore R.
It really enhances that like dark, grimy like.
Especially when he's having all those like power trip hallucinations.
It
made
really,
it way more intense.
Yeah, it really fits with that tone, like that dark, grimy tone that they're going for.
Yeah, and you really see like, oh, this kid's freaking the fuck out. Like he's really panicking. He's seeing like his guts fall.
Oh, that was so cool.
And it never felt okay. It never felt too forced.
What?
Like the blood and the gore, like it would happen frequently, but it never felt out of place.
Yeah, it was like the only time it was like an actual explosion is when he was like popping heads off. But most of the time it was just like people were getting shot and like there was like a bullet tearing through. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't like over the top crazy. People are getting cut in half left and right, and arms are flying everywhere.
And any chance, like remember when that bridge collapsed?
Yeah.
Like they didn't in that bridge collapsing, like they could have showed some gory ass shit. But the thing is, they didn't do it.
But it was cool though, because they didn't show like
they
didn't show gory.
They didn't go overboard.
But they did show like a bunch of people dying.
Like,
yeah. Like they would just show like that's what I thought I was
and
most
that's
impressed
enough.
with like those Akira whatever scenes when he's like fucking the whole city up. Is that like they just show like they really show like a bunch of people die when he like does a little thing. But yeah, they do it without needing to be like
and it's all that
their head,
and
like,
it's all that
detail.
It's all that detail that like is in every single like scene. Like that's what kind of makes it. That's what kind of makes those scenes, you know?
I think that's what makes the movie as
the whole entire movie,
Yes.
and the whole entire animation. Like that's why I get how it was so like expensive per se, because it like the animation by itself, it looks so pretty, but then I also think about like how many people you need to hand draw every single little detail that went into this, you know? Like that's manpower, and it's like you got to pay all those people. So I completely get why it's so expensive, because it's like it literally looks like it. It looks like it completely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at some stuff
What?
I'm gonna look at some of the notes I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk about that flute real quick?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Damn it! Like the music, dude. Honestly, I was fucking with the music. The music was subtle. It wasn't like too in your face like I thought it would be because it's the whole cyberpunk thing. It was much more on the minimal side.
Mm-hmm.
But like I liked it. But like that flute was the
awful.
only
the flute during
part,
the flashbacks was
the only thing that was ruining it.
I thought the music in general was kind of hit or miss. I thought the flute thing was really bad. Mm-hmm. I thought a lot of it I was kind of just like with. I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But then there were like a couple times, like there were a couple different like pieces of music in there that I was like, okay, this
Same
is really
good.
the when the toys are like coming together.
Holy fuck,
that was so
good. That
creepy
was
and like
the
unique.
The vibe was crazy.
And it really set up the tension really well.
Mm-hmm.
And
even in the flashback ones, like the one with the fucking ugly flute. Yeah. The rest of it was beautiful. I was really digging the rest of it.
Remove the flute.
Honestly,
it's good.
I was before the flute kicks in. I was really into what was going on. I was really into the vibe, and then I was waiting for something take it to another level. But no, that flute comes in and it completely wrecks it.
Ugh. Yeah,
that's
was
crazy
rough.
how they thought that was like good.
Yeah, I was it was just
It sounded like how there's like that parody of like the 21st Century Fox.
That's exactly
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
What I was expecting like a synth kind of thing, but I like this. I like what they did with this.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they made it more, I don't know, like traditional. I don't even know what the fuck
was.
I was expecting
it was just very out there and artsy.
The thing is, it's still in Japan. Like,
True.
The more I think about it, like those kind of styles of music wouldn't have been popping at that time, even though it was the 80s. You know, because it's still Japan. I mean, so that's why it made sense.
Yeah.
But like, I still like this though. Like. It was like minimal instrumentation. Like there was like a lot of
there was
electronic
very unique kind of stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
The cold bitch thing was like
all this stuff.
Yeah. So there's like the whole fucking group of high schoolers, and it was pretty funny when they all. It's like it reminded me of Ed, Ed and Eddie, how they all have like that girlfriend type thing, like Canker sisters or whatever.
Yeah,
there's like a bunch of Canker sisters in this movie, and they were always telling them to shut up, and they were very mean to them. One guy was really mean after one of them got raped, which was pretty crazy.
Oh, that was oof.
That's another display of the rated R.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's rated R too, and even like
they really
that was really rough. Holy shit. But yeah, also
she got socked in the face.
Yeah, she got punched brutal.
Her shirt off.
Yeah. She got, and the way she got punched in the face was so brutal, like right in the nose.
And I think whenever they do shit like even when they were like arresting them and putting their faces on the ground, the noise, the sound effects they have, and they like for like the blunt violence they have, it's just, it really makes it a lot harder to watch.
It was definitely believable that this was a grimy world.
This
was a grimy, cold world.
The school they were in. That place looked so gross.
There was like graffiti drawn everywhere. Every imaginable
discipline.
Every imaginable spot in that classroom.
And like the minor, like even like right in the beginning where they're walking into that bar, just like when that guy throws the cigarette onto like the carpet.
Yeah.
Something about I was like, oh, that's just like really grimy. Like who puts a cigarette out on carpet? Like what?
I remember even when they walked into that bar. I don't know if you guys caught it, but like. There was like that one dude like forcefully like kissing that one chick in the booth.
I saw that happen a lot. It was in the bar. There was a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I'm like, it's a grimy, dark world. I believe this.
Kind of like a grimy, dark car right now.
Okay.
We can't see each other.
I can't see shit. I'm just speaking into oblivion.
I just gave up. I'd have to keep tapping the phone to keep the light on. It was getting annoying.
I've never been happier to see you give up because I feel.
I'll do it one more time to make sure we're recording. Yep, we are. Okay.
Yeah.
I just you gotta be safe. Yeah, I can.
But yeah, no, I like as much as I don't know. The more I think about like the plot, I felt like they did everything like fairly fine.
It just wasn't. Another thing I think we need to think about the plot is that
it might have been the pace.
No. I think another thing is that it was kind of just like in general. I think the plot was kind of boring a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's also because like it was in the 80s in Japan. Like I think what was this last week or the week before we were talking about how like sometimes you cut movies some slack because they came out like a while ago.
Yeah,
I think this is kind of one of those movies where that can happen a little bit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I get the plot. Like so he crashes into like the whatever and like the dude,
kid.
the kid, and then bazoom, and then he gets kidnapped, and then he finally discovers his powers. He gets let out. He gets kidnapped again. Mm-hmm. And then his powers start to go to a whole nother level, and then the power starts to consume him. Mm-hmm. And then he, at that point, this is where I got confused. How did he? So the Akira thing, he found out all that from the little girl.
The girl, yeah.
Yes.
And oh man, you know what? We'll get to the little girl in a bit. Yeah. And then so he goes, and then he finds the thing, and then he realizes that Akira's not a person, and then that's when Kaneda shows up, and it's like the plot is fairly easy to follow, and it was like you slowly learn more information, but as you slowly learn more information, I feel like more things just start to click.
Well, Akira was a kid.
Wait, once upon a time,
in the hospital.
Yeah, once upon a time, yeah.
They died, he died or whatever. I don't know if they killed him or he died or something like that. But then they just like separated out his tissues and organs.
So I think the plot, the more I think about it, it's fine. It might have been, and I'm trying to find I think
that's the best way to describe it. Honestly, just fine.
It's fine.
It wasn't. There weren't a bunch of holes. It wasn't awful. But it wasn't it didn't wow
fits.
Me.
I personally felt like it was like it had the first act, but the structure was weird. And then after that, it felt like they were set up, and then after that, it just felt like there were so many scenes where parts where it felt like the third act, and it didn't feel like the structure was very it wasn't a very traditional. It just
I agree with that.
It felt very. It just that's what made it feel so long. Was because the structure was so weird and messed up.
It was
structure,
weird.
I think, is the weakest part of the movie.
I don't even. Okay. Hear me out. I don't even know if it's necessarily saying that it's weak though. I feel like they just took a non-traditional approach.
Yeah, and I felt I'm just saying I didn't enjoy it. I didn't think it was good.
There's a reason that's the precedent. It's like I like it. Sometimes when you go off the beaten path, it pays off, but sometimes it just doesn't. I can respect them for trying, but it just sometimes it doesn't work, and there's a reason why. That's the standard.
I hear you, and I agree, but at the same time, I don't know if I agree as hard or I don't know. It's weird because it's so up until after he gets kidnapped the second time and he wakes up, I feel like the movie just kicks it into high gear after that. After he starts to, just completely lose it.
Yeah, but then there's another lull a little later, though.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the lull later?
Well, it seemed like he like you said, because it launched off so fast, it really exploded from that point on, with his powers and everything.
Yeah.
It just seemed like he was wrecking the city for a while.
Yeah, the city was.
It seemed like it could have like he was going really fast, and then he got to this peak, and then he just kind of stayed there for a while. It seemed like he'd get to the peak, maybe stay there for a little bit, and then it would kind of wrap up, but he stayed there for a long time.
You're right. When he was wrecking the city, that did go on for a while. Mm-hmm. But the thing about that is I felt like that just felt like a way to
show for them the art.
Yeah, just show off their animation skills, because I'm so many times in that animation sequence, I was I don't know, I was very impressed. True. So, I don't know, it didn't feel like a lull to me just because of that, but I do get what you're saying. Yeah, I know how that can feel like a lull, yeah.
Because those big, huge scenes, each one felt like the climax.
Yes, exactly.
The bridge could have been the end, and it's I can't, I don't know which, it just...
Yeah.
It played a big factor in it feeling really slow to me. Was the structure.
But I don't know, because after he kind of everything clicks and he just loses it, I felt like the movie just got exhilarating. I felt like it was getting so good, and it was because I don't know, I just didn't expect it to ramp up when it did. I felt like it just kind of snuck up on you. Am I right?
No, I didn't feel it. I just felt like there's just...
I felt like
crazy shit was happening all the time.
Yeah, I think my least favorite part of the movie might have been fucking in the beginning, the whole shit with Kaneda and the girl,
yeah,
all that what was going on.
Yeah, whenever
I'm thinking about all the parts with what's his name, Tatsuhita. I liked all those parts. I thought all those parts were good. Yeah, I think we should have focused on him more.
Also, Was the mustache guy and the scientist, were they good or bad guys?
Well, they were
just
for
army.
the government.
They were working for the government.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
And they were kind of like on different sides.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
have no
This is what I was really confused about. So, oh my God,
You're about
dude.
to cry, dude.
No, I'm just so confused by this movie.
Face.
Yeah, I bet you are, man.
I'm like
I bet you're
trying to like
sobbing
wrap
right
my
now.
head around like what I'm saying and
Don't
like,
wrap your head too hard.
about this movie, and it's oh my God, it's slippery. I can't
It's a
wrap
slippery
around.
film.
I can't wrap my head around it. But
okay, so what would you?
so they have the government and
What are
all
we
that
doing here?
stuff.
Why are we doing this?
So
In the
what
dark?
so were they the ones that did something like did whatever
Naughty?
they did? Shut the fuck up, Greg. Were they the ones that like did what happened to those like kids? You know, all those like
their
mind
faces
tests and like
yeah,
all
they
that
definitely
stuff.
did that shit.
So it's like, okay, if they're the ones that did that and they like held Akira and like all that stuff, so they have to be like the villain, right? Like they have to be like
Guilty.
the bad people in this situation.
Yeah, what I think what it was is that like the whole like government and military as a whole, and especially like that scientist guy, were definitely like the bad guys.
Yes.
Like they seemed like they were.
They
Yeah,
had the look of it.
They were kidnapping kids and they were using them with these like nuclear tests or whatever to try to develop their powers.
Yes.
But it's the colonel. It seemed like was kind of like the man within the system who was like a good guy. 'Cause
Yeah,
he was
that's-
always like
yeah.
fighting back and everything.
Because the scientist, he was like, the only way I'm gonna let you, test on Tetsuo
is
and
if
do
you-
all this stuff is that if you can get this fucker under control.
Yeah, you have to. You can't let him get out of control.
Yeah. And the scientist was like, okay, I got this shit. Like, let me do it. But the thing is, like, he knew pretty quick that like he didn't know how to control this thing and that the levels are spiking up. But like, he just wanted to see where it was gonna go.
Yes.
He just wanted to see like where that power could just keep going.
So what I'm wondering...
And then so it kept going, and then this is where I was confused too. Where there was all those like vials of his like I don't know
tissues?
Akira's like tissues and
like a
stuff.
science
and there was
class.
like all those like all the kids showed up and like
and they
at that
bowed down
point
to it?
Tetsuo like loses his shit. Why does he lose his shit?
I don't.
Why does he start exploding and growing all these organs
Oh,
and
yeah.
transforming
Look like-
into like a fucking baby, like
Yeah,
a
it
gigantic
almost
baby or
looks
something?
like him being close to Akira had something to do with it. 'cause
And then like all of
it's
them
just the way
like
they shot it,
and then
too.
all of them touched and it became the beginning of the universe again.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was
what the
great.
shit? And so okay, like I guess
We needed to be higher to watch this movie.
and then so like everything like like the power all the kids and then Tetsuo and Akira combined and then and like all the energy is like as much as like the beginning of the universe, but then like I thought like this was the massive explosion and thing that the girl was talking about. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, yeah.
She was talking about like cities
so
are
many
gonna
people will
crumble
die,
and people
yeah.
are gonna die. I thought that's what happened, but the thing is, then Kaneda and Kei, stupid fucking Kei, they just go and meet up underneath the tunnel and they go back to the city like everything's okay again. So at that point, I'm so confused because I'm like,
Well, a lot of people
I thought,
did die.
It seemed
Did
like
they?
everyone died. It was ridiculous.
It seemed, but then.
It seemed like they were the last 3 people in the city.
Yeah, but were
On
they
Earth,
though?
it
But
seemed
were
like.
they? Because like
It
the
looked like it. Everyone.
Yeah,
it was
no, you're right.
ridiculous.
I thought so too. But then, like, the general was still alive, and the scientist was still alive, and then I'm like, how many more people are still alive? Because if they survived, who else, survived? You
Well,
know?
also, I think a lot of what she was predicting was also just like the havoc that Tatsuhito or Tatsu.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, not necessarily
Yeah.
them. I think sort of what they did was just sort of a way to like resolve the whole Tatsumidu.
Yeah,
his
but that
reign of
resolution, I feel
destruction.
like there's so many
Tatsuo.
questions from
Tatsuo,
that.
thank you, Chris.
I felt like from that final ending.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
There's so many questions that are like come
yeah.
from that.
I am
Yeah.
Tatsuo. Huh?
But the thing is, like, putting that aside, I felt like the rest of the movie made complete sense.
Why I have a question is that,
And I feel like
what
the
happened
plot
in
made
the
sense.
like not to, but like when they first introduced the Colonel, did he? I feel like they mentioned it, but I didn't pick up on it. I didn't hear what they said.
Okay.
What like? So he's like the guy who's kind of like against all this, like eventually. But like, why was he for it in the beginning? What was his motive in the beginning?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. The whole I'm trying.
I think they.
I was trying to
have a
figure out the
feeling they
government's
said
motive.
something. I mean, like, the Colonel specifically, him. Because I feel like he had a lot of dialogue at the beginning, and I didn't think he was going to be that important, so I kind of, like, wasn't really listening to him that much.
Yeah.
But he ended up being very important, so I kind of
throughout
regret
the entire
that.
thing.
Yeah.
I feel like at the beginning, because he had, I remember, like, when they first introduced him, he had, like, a fair amount of dialogue.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I missed out on some vital pieces of information as to what his actual motives were in that dialogue, and now I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. But I was just more concerned with what the government's motive was with these kids.
I think it's just sort of a tale as old as time type thing. Like, they just want to get, like, super soldiers, so they get kids with these special abilities.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's kind of just what it felt like.
That's what I
right.
thought. That's what I thought too. But I'm like, maybe I'm missing a piece of information. Because, like, yeah, there was some dialogue in the beginning that I guess I kind of skimmed past.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, that makes sense.
Maybe I just wasn't paying as much attention. I don't know. It was just like, I don't know.
Do you know how fucking weird this would have been if we did the subbed one, the subtitled one?
Oh yeah, we would have.
Yeah, this would have been.
I wouldn't. It would just been a bunch of colors.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gotten any of the plot. I just would have been watching the screen the whole time.
Yeah, it would have been hard. But like, that's another thing we gotta talk about.
Dub?
Yeah, so like we watched the dub version, and the dub version it was a mixture.
I think it was the dumb version.
Yeah, it was the dumb version. But
sorry.
I think it's especially the voice acting, but also the dialogue did not translate well at all.
It's got to be the translation.
Yeah, the translation was asshole, man.
Yeah, I didn't.
Especially I feel like the kids were the worst in terms of voice acting.
Oh, like
voice
they sound like those stop motion Christmas movies on they sound like the kids in those.
Yeah, they do.
Like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, they sound like the kids from those.
Yeah.
How did Santa Claus become Santa Claus? Shit like that. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
They sounded like
Uh-huh.
And it was very like what?
Yeah.
You couldn't. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
but it reminded me of those
because
movies,
of
and
that,
I like those.
it made a lot of points. I'm gonna say unintentionally funny.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yes. There were like a couple of voice acting.
But like
moments
knowing the context.
Anytime that little wheelchair, or no, he wasn't even. He was just in a chair. And
Or,
he was like fat.
He was in like a floating chair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or Canada!
Yeah.
I was like, dude, chill, man.
Yeah. I felt like in that one like 2-minute interval, they just said that one name so many times.
Yeah, I feel like that's an anime thing where a lot of people are shouting each other's names.
Yeah, I think it's to be like dramatic.
I also, I think this movie really set like the stereotype for like that anime is all violent. Like I think this really inspired.
Really?
Not serious.
Who thinks the anime is violent?
Well, I mean like ultra violent.
Okay.
I don't mean stereotypes. That maybe I don't mean it as in a bad way. I mean,
yeah.
Like
what you're saying,
people see anime as like a lot of it is like super. They go for like the crazy like violence.
Mm-hmm.
Where which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I think is a good thing. But I think this movie definitely inspired a lot of that.
I feel it.
Which
because it is very
influential.
They don't hold back anything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like
crazy.
It's definitely a precursor.
Mm-hmm. This is Kanye West's favorite movie. I read that once.
I can
That makes
see,
a lot of sense.
I can see why he'd fucking dig this. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's an artsy man.
Yeah. He is, isn't he? So I can't have there be like silence in these podcasts. I got to keep it going as long as possible.
But yeah, Tony, the comparison.
There you go. Good job, Shosh.
The comparison to Chronicle is like.
Oh yeah, dude! As
soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The movie was pretty cool.
Because he's sort of the same character. Where he's just been like, not even necessarily like bullied, but he's just like not where he wants to be socially.
Not fully
his entire
accepted.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has like a friend group, but he wants to be like the top dog.
And
he's sort of just not that his entire life.
And then like
same thing as Chronicle. And then he gets his literally like same thing, tremendous telekinetic power.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, okay, well now I'm gonna be the biggest, baddest guy around ever.
Yeah,
and
and he
just
gets really
destroys people.
resentful. Like he just gets really
And I think that's
resentful
'cause,
of
like,
the
the
people
world's
who wronged
kind of-
him.
Not the world's treated, but he thinks the world's like treated him so
Yep.
bad throughout his life.
Yeah, and it's like and whatever the kid in in Chronicle. Andrew, yeah, like he had the same kind of like mentality too.
Yeah, they have very same thought pattern.
And
there.
so
Cool,
and when I
I
saw
see
that,
that.
I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then like I see what they were doing, like Canada was.
Yeah,
like,
it did. It did like it almost made the story click a little more.
Yeah, and it made like that whole showdown and like that.
Because that whole the Chronicle showdown.
Exactly, and I'm like, he's doing crazy ass shit. That was when he was destroying the city too.
Yep,
you know,
yep.
he was doing crazy ass shit, and then Canada shows up to like stop him. And I don't know, it was really cool. But the reason, where I feel like where Chronicle and this movie like diverge is in Chronicle, like Andrew and the cousin or the friend
I don't know
or
what
the
his...
brother.
Yeah, he was
it was a friend. It was a friend or a cousin. I don't know. I think it was a cousin.
Give me both, man.
I don't know. Like their relationship was really well developed.
Yeah.
Like the cousin like always took care of him, always took him out to social like events, like always was looking out for him, and like even Andrew like appreciated that, but like he was just so consumed to the point where like he couldn't even see that, But the thing is, in this movie, you don't get that because they don't develop the relationships at all, and that's the biggest weakness. I feel like that's the only thing that's holding it back.
Do we ever see
If they have that, every single like impactful scene is even more just like crazy. And when he's going out and searching for Tetsuo, it would be so much more intense because it feels like there's some stakes. It doesn't feel like he's just running through some shit in a sewer for no reason. Chasing after this girl.
Do we ever see Tetsuo actually get like bullied and stuff?
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's bullied. He's just.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said. I think he's like not really bullied. He's just like I said. He's in a friend group. He's just not.
Oh, that's true.
He wants to be like because like in the beginning, he like Connie does the one with the cool bike, and he's like, oh, I could ride that bike. But
I guess he was kind of treated like he was kind of treated like the bitch.
But
like,
there were I felt like there were lines where he's talking about getting bullied though.
He's not bullied.
It
he
was
just
it
made
was like
him
that
do
weird flashback, but that was just because like they were in like the foster.
No,
home
when he was
or
talking
something.
he
about
was ranting about it, though.
Greg's right. When he's
Like, he
talking
was
to
screaming
Canada
about
at,
like everyone
at,
picks on me and shit.
He doesn't say everyone picks
Yeah.
on me. He
But like
No, he
well,
was just. I think he was just talking about those. I think he was just talking to him. To
He was.
Kaneda. He
He
wasn't talking
was.
about like people in general.
Yeah,
said
he was talking
you.
about Canada to Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Oh, I
was
thought he
saying
was talking
like
about people
you
in
always
general.
like make me do
Yeah,
like
because then
this
he's-
and that.
Oh,
he didn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
that he was
yeah,
below
yeah,
him.
And then
and
he ends
felt
it.
like
He's
he
like,
was
how does
below
it feel
him.
that you're the one without the power?
Yeah, I'm the one with the power this time.
Oh yeah, it's coming
not
to me,
you.
coming to me now.
And he wanted like his bike too. Like it always
Yeah.
like tied into that.
Can't get the bike, man.
No, that bike was so cool.
It was
bike
pretty
was
cool.
cool.
The lights
I wish
behind
that-
it were freaking sick.
I wish
Sick
that was a real
nasty,
bike. Sick nasty, yo.
Mhm.
Word. Yes.
Yes, word. Yeah, this this was a cool one.
Are you sure about that, Greg?
It was pretty cool. I was bored sometimes, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of same opinion as Blade Runner for me, really.
What do you mean? So, wait, what do you mean same opinion?
Well, it's just like I thought it looked really amazing, but I was kind of
wait, 2099?
No, the first one.
Oh, the first one?
Where I was like, holy shit, this is revolutionary and visually really cool, and there's some really cool stuff, but the characters and I was just a little.
I don't know. I didn't finish Blade Runner, so I can't give a full opinion. But like what I saw, I'm like, it was pretty fucking good.
I guess.
Then why didn't you finish it?
Yeah. Why didn't you finish it, you doof?
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't finish it.
And
I really don't know.
You get Harrison Ford, and he's just kind of like this. He's just very like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's just kind of going through. He's just very like.
Are you saying that
bland in that movie?
Are you saying that Han Solo's a mumbler?
In like interviews and stuff, and like real Harrison Ford, all he does is mumble. He's just like. Which makes his performances, like his good ones, really like, whoa, he can bring it.
He can really
he can open his
He can
mouth.
really
He can
mumble.
open his mouth. Wow, good job. But he's so charismatic when he
He's a
cares.
charismatic mumbler.
I don't know. He's
When
never
he
really
cares
won
is
me over like on his
dramatic.
charm alone.
All right. Well,
I think Han's cool in the first two.
I mean, not that
movies.
he's like tried like personally.
yeah, I mean, I guess when you say charm alone, then you're excluding like a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't think Han was that great in the third one.
You mean Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a
I
while
thought he was
since
kind
I've
of
seen
boring
it.
in that.
I thought, he's still being fun Han, but
He's
that,
still being fun, Han, but like
that movie, they
I
don't
felt
know.
like he had no soul in that, dude. I felt
Well,
like in
I
that
don't
movie,
think that's a little harsh.
I felt like in that movie, like Han, it was just like Han was just cracking a joke here, cracking a joke there. I felt like he had no depth to him.
They
It
didn't
wasn't-
know what
he
to
didn't
do
feel
with
like
him.
a person. Yeah.
Because originally he was supposed to die in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
why they
Yeah.
kind of were
That's why I
like.
just felt so fucking off.
He had some good scenes though.
I guess. Even Princess Leia was kind of annoying. She just had corny dialogue throughout the entire movie, and she didn't really do anything.
They did. They destroyed the power source. Prudy, gotcha. Debate
I
one.
sound like nothing.
But the thing is,
It's a power source. Source of power. Blew
I
up.
still think it's just as good as like New Hope, though, just because of what happens with Luke. I think Luke carries that movie.
Oh, the Luke and Vader fight is so fucking
Holy
awesome.
fuck.
That's what makes the movie.
Yeah,
And the Ewoks
absolutely.
are so
Luke,
cute.
Yes. Okay. I don't mind Ewoks. I just
Me
think it's
neither. I
cool,
think they're great. They're
you
weird.
think they're fearful?
They're fearful.
I said
I think they're
cute.
fearful, but also cute.
I do think that whole sequence when they're fighting those whatever those big droids are.
AT-ATs?
Whatever.
Those
Yeah,
are more like
AT-ATs.
vehicles.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
whatever.
not
Whatever.
droids.
Yeah.
That whole sequence was so stupid.
What?
It was just like these like bears like
It's like Vietnam.
like rapping like
It's supposed to be like
it was
Vietnam.
Not like Vietnam at all, Greg.
Oh my god, you don't understand. It's Vietnam.
Did you read that on BuzzFeed, Greg?
BuzzFeed. Yes, I did.
See,
Bob.
like as like as straightforward as like New Hope
As
is,
Vietnam?
at least it didn't have stupid shit like
History
that.
lesson as straightforward as Vietnam was.
The thing with New Hope being straightforward is that what I like about it is like the it's like just he took so many references from his movies from his childhood that I kind of see it as like it's supposed to be like the ultimate movie where it's like all the cliche, it's like all like the classic movies and westerns and sci-fi and like it's all put into one
You're
thing.
right, okay,
So
okay.
if it had a really weird complex plot, it wouldn't work because
Yeah, no, I
it
see
had
why.
to be the hero's journey, you know.
And it was what, the 70s, like movies like they never oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
people-
it was a whole totally different landscape.
You would see that
so
movie 10 times.
I completely understand why it was the way it was,
Mm.
but like the thing is the movie is still the way it is.
Yeah, obviously nowadays it's like, oh,
And
if you
so-
see it like, yeah, like when, you're not a
and that's
little
why
boy.
like Empire Strikes Back is so was so refreshing was because I
Yeah.
felt like they really took all their risk there.
To be in the theater for first time with that twist, I mean, goddamn, I would kill to do that. It'd be so cool.
Shit and bricks.
I want to hear those gasps.
Okay. You licked my ear out.
I like gasps. Just, oh my god, that like, I feed off gasps.
Do you think Star Wars should have stopped being made after 4, 5, and 6?
Probably, but
Yeah, there we go.
I enjoy the.
I did not think you'd say that. Damn.
I mean,
I thought I would have to. Yeah. never mind.
yeah, but I still enjoy the other ones. But I do
Yeah.
agree, like it's like it would have probably been better. It's,
Mhm.
but I enjoy them. They're fun to watch.
It
would-
wouldn't have
Wouldn't
had the Mandalorian at this
Oh,
point.
that's
And
true.
it wouldn't
Never
have
mind.
ruined
Take
a
it back.
little boy's life.
Oh, that's true.
That,
You know,
that actor would still
yeah.
be alive.
I'm
today.
willing.
He
Yes.
wouldn't have taken his
Oh,
life.
he's still alive.
Take his life.
Um,
I don't know
Yeah.
how he didn't, but
I mean, but then I don't know because then if those new ones made, maybe I wouldn't have gotten into it as a
What?
young. Well, because those when the prequels came out, that's what really
that's
introduced the whole.
I thought you meant Force Awakens. I'm like,
no.
That's what I thought he meant too.
I didn't really give a shit about Star Wars before that one.
Yeah. I'm like, so no.
I was like, who's this? Poe? Okay.
You got my attention.
Sign me up.
Poe.
BB-8s. I like this. I don't care about the other ones, but I like BB-8. I like he's a soccer ball.
I like he's a soccer ball.
I like he's a soccer ball.
When's finally a soccer ball droid? About goddamn time. I mean, yeah, it was 2015. The year was right.
Mm-hmm. And you know what makes the prequel so stupid?
What? Watch it.
I mean, I think this is someone that like I think a lot of people. I think it's something a lot of people would agree with. It's like how they start to make everything scientific.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, are you fucking?
It ain't
kidding
sci-fi.
me?
It's fantasy.
I think that's one of the worst parts.
I just rewatched
all the plot and the characters. Like you can skim over that.
Oh yeah. There's
but
so
like
many
when
weird...
you start affecting the world with like shit like that, it's like it ruins everything.
Also the science, but also the prequels, especially the first two.
The political stuff.
Yeah, it gets so weirdly political. Like it's ridiculous.
That's the for you.
It's hilarious though. I think I just find it funny now. It's just like I don't know.
Politics, science,
it's so strange.
Politics and science.
That's all it is. And this is a space opera?
Yeah. Like, could you imagine if
fantasy space opera and you put science and politics? You thought that
there's
was a
so
good
much
idea.
politics.
Yeah, it's all about trade routes and shit.
Yeah, everyone makes fun of the opening crawl of episode 1 is all about.
I remember seeing that
trade routes and the Trade Federation. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I remember we were gonna watch it. We were watching it at Eric's.
Yeah,
it was because I wanted to see it for the first time. And yeah, it was just about trade routes and like whatever Amidala or whatever her name is there, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
When did Star Wars get so fucking boring?
Just 20 years ago, came out 20. But which is crazy. Yeah, that movie was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
goddamn.
that's wow.
I rewatched it. The special effects look really good. Actually, it was surprising.
Wait. Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like they actually look surprisingly really good.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was impressed. Like, pretty much everything looked really good.
George Lucas is really good with that.
Yeah.
Mixing.
I think Attack of the
CGI.
Clones, he went too far with it, with the green screen. I think that movie does not look good, which is weird. The first one, I don't know. But what I like, the prequel, like, it's bad, but it's like, it's not your average bad. Like, he clearly cared, and he clearly had this weird vision, and it didn't pan out right. But
I think the best way to put it is, like, it's not lazy. Like, he's like, he still pushes the bar, I guess. But it's still bad. Like, they miss.
The
risk that he takes miss. That's all it is.
And I like the overall stories of them. Like the ideas. It's just this.
You like the trade routes?
Yeah, I love the trade routes. I love the idea of trade.
Yeah, I saw the first 3 and I was like, what the fuck's the trade?
Yeah, there's not enough trade in this.
The trade.
Some space trade.
No one's talking about trade boundaries.
Look, are you sure you don't want to trade those power converters?
You can just trade them, dude.
I remember yelling into the screen.
This is a trade zone, Luke.
This is a trade zone, Luke! What are you doing? What was I saying? But, like, yeah, the ideas are good. They're just not fleshed out enough, and the dialogue is weird. But it's not like what that Tom Cruise movie, The Mummy, or like something like that, where it's just clearly like a cash grab, and it's those
movies
people
are
who don't
lazy.
care. Yeah,
those Hobbs and Shaw, like The Mummy,
those aren't
Transformers 6, Return of the Megatron, whatever. All of those are lazy movies. They don't put any effort into what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, how to run a plot, how to run a character. They don't know any of that.
Yeah.
They don't care about any of that because they're just with the name. They know they're gonna make money.
Prequels are very entertainingly bad, and it's also obviously nostalgia is 99% of it.
Yeah.
But Still,
it's got soul, but
it's got He clearly tried. I
Mm-hmm.
guess he's a weird guy.
But I think that's better than like being lazy. I think
definitely.
that's
100%, 100%.
Every time.
It's much better than for like whatever Force Awakens was doing.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, I'll watch the prequels over watching the prequel. I mean the fucking shit. Also, watch the prequels over watching Force Awakens again for sure.
You lost the audience.
I got it out.
Everyone stopped listening.
I'm watching through them all. I'm gonna have to see.
You're watching them again?
The prequels?
I'm just watching all of it.
Oh,
all of them.
It's actually been
there's a movie
it's been almost
out,
2 years since I've seen like the movies. It's been a while. After the second I left Solo, I was like, you know what? I need a break from this shit. But
this has gotten out of hand.
but now I'm back in it.
I don't know. I felt like I was over it after what was the one with the exploding planet?
That's a lot of them, dude. I think that's all of them.
But it was like between the first three and the last three.
Last Jedi?
No,
that one didn't. There was no. What the fuck are you talking? Force Awakens had an
No, it's got
Rogue One.
Rogue One. There you go.
Oh,
I was done after Rogue One.
That's it.
I'm like, Rogue One was solid, but I'm like, I think I'm good on Star Wars after that.
Rogue One.
I'm like, you've done enough.
Wasn't Rogue One the last one before?
Last Jedi. Well, no,
then Last Jedi came out. I didn't care about Last Jedi.
But
I left Last Jedi feeling much more hopeful than before.
Solo, they just didn't take risks. That was the
Solo,
problem.
I'm like,
they played it safe, and I was very
after I
disappointed.
heard about like what happened, production and stuff, I was like, I'm over this.
They were gonna make it so.
Nope,
cool.
I'm not doing it. And after the director's got done. I was done after that.
The 21 Jump Street. I've said this. The 21 Jump Street guys would have even if it didn't work, it would have been more interesting. Like I don't know, just they would have done some really outside the box.
They would have bent that script over and just railed it
and made it good.
Made it good.
It fucked it good. But no, they didn't. They
ran away like cowards. They should have fought.
They fired them.
We can't do it. I'm stuck.
Too much pressure. Too much pressure for me.
I don't want to use the camera.
We gotta get out of here.
I'm a director, but I don't want to use a camera.
Ay. Jeez Louise.
I think after this next one that comes out in December.
Well, they're taking a big break after this for the movies wise, at least.
Yeah,
like 6 months?
Yeah. Also, Solo came out 3 months after Last Jedi.
Honestly, Greg, I don't think you can call it a break when you have a Mandalorian and a whatever.
Why are you yelling?
No, I'm saying you can't call it a break.
I said break from movies.
Oh, break from movies. Okay.
TV shows, it's like fine.
I'm like,
because the TV shows, that's not as required. Like movies, it's just much more. It's more advertised, and it's just out there. Like
it's
TV shows, it's you don't have to always see the TV shows. There's plenty.
There's a lot of TV shows that go under the radar of the general public.
Yeah,
and I think Disney knows.
Not many big movies.
And I think Disney knows by now that people are getting sick of it.
Yeah, and also they're not.
And Star Wars doesn't have that potent power anymore.
Mm-hmm. And also,
and it knows it needs to take a break because they're not going to.
Because the movies used to feel so special when they came out. Mm-hmm. And again, when you make it like a Marvel,
every 30 days.
Yeah.
So,
Star Wars isn't Marvel. They could have made it, maybe if they were creative enough, they could have made it into more unique, but they just kind of did the same thing.
Okay, let's get down to business. Do you think Transformers is gonna make a comeback? Is that gonna?
Was it ever good?
I
don't think it was ever really good.
Yeah,
no,
it good. That settles it.
It was a cheesy '80s cartoon.
That was never good. Yeah.
And then the movies were. Yeah, that's what. I
mean, maybe the first one. The first one's probably decent.
I'd say compared to
probably had some
what they are
shitty dialogue,
now.
But I think it's decent compared to whatever else happens.
I heard they're 3 hours long.
Aren't they all about the moon now? Every single one of them.
Every single one's
Extinction
about
the moon.
Yeah, where'd the moon go?
I heard
like, what the fuck's up with Transformers in the movie?
Well, I heard the last one had like King Arthur. I'm not kidding. Had like King Arthur and Merlin in it.
Yeah, and Merlin, yeah.
Which is, I might check that one out, honestly.
Yeah, well, actually.
No, I feel like that one.
I would not be upset about that.
I don't
feel like
think that'd
there'd
be a
lot
funny,
to talk.
bad movie.
No, yeah, I don't know.
I think
feel
that'd
like
be a frustrating, like, they are not even trying.
I think there might be some parts that are pretty funny, but, like, not enough to, like...
Yeah.
To make the whole movie worth it.
And also, I heard they're so long.
Yeah. I feel like it's just, what's the director's name?
Michael Bay.
I feel like it's just...
I
feel like he just takes the money and just puts it into the special effects.
Yeah.
He doesn't put it into the writers or anything. Because that's not what's important.
Mm-hmm. Hear that?
Because that's not what's important.
There is this movie he made.
Give me money to make special effects.
Good impression, man.
I'm Michael Bay.
I did. There's this movie made called The Rock that everyone says is really good. It's not.
Does it feature The Rock?
No. It's got.
It doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter.
Who's in it? Shit. Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
Wow, that's a weird mix.
Yeah, but I heard it's like actually really good. It's like 90s action movie, kind of military kind of thing, but it's like kind of fun. And he made the Bad Boys movies. I've never seen those.
Is that the one with my
Yeah, and Will.
my
Did you guys see the trailer for the new SpongeBob movie?
No, does it look good?
No.
Oh, it doesn't look good?
Bummed me out. Yeah, it's...
Wait, what?
Are you surprised that it doesn't look good?
Also,
No,
yeah, I mean, but it was like, it's like the Sponge, it's the Sponge, it looks like a SpongeBob cartoon, but it's just all CGI. It's like, come on.
Isn't that what the last one was?
Well, that one was CGI combined with real people. This one is just like, everything's CGI. And also, my biggest complaint is the whole plot is that Gary's missing. And they're looking for Gary.
God.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're just recycling the same shit?
I think my biggest complaint is that the creator wanted the series to end, and now he's dead, and they won't respect his wishes.
And now, they're making a big, huge movie out of it.
It honestly just makes me really sad. I don't even like. Whenever I think of SpongeBob now, I just think of that.
Yeah, the trailer was upsetting to watch. It's like, this is just like, this is not funny, and it was just like, it was Gary's missing. It was also kind of, it had a lot. It took a little bit from
a lot of homophobia.
Yeah, a lot of homophobia, and like just a lot of xenophobia too.
The Muslims took Gary or something.
How did you know the subtitle of the movie, Tony?
SpongeBob the movie. The Muslims took Gary.
I guess they're recycling it. I guess, but they're adding a new spin to it. So it's could be good. Could be good. Yeah, I don't know. It's worth checking out. But it also seemed like it took a lot from the theme park episode.
How do you make a theme park into a
theme
movie?
park episode.
Yeah, but it looks like they go to this.
That's a good quote.
How do they make a theme park into a movie? Jurassic Park.
That would. Oh, shut up.
No, that's pretty good. I like that.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I know. He got me.
I gotcha, biatch. What's another one? I feel like there's a lot of them.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point, the movie.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up.
We gotta go back to Cedar Point. It's Chris Pratt taming I can't name a ride. Never mind. It's trying to, but I can't.
Millennium Falcon.
No.
Isn't that a ride?
That's a ride.
Sure, yeah.
That is a ride.
Millennium Force. Millennium Falcon's the Star Wars.
The dragster.
Yeah.
The gatekeeper.
Which ride's the AT-AT? Can I ride that? Star Wars theme park looks pretty dope, though. But I've heard...
I thought they're taking a break.
That was good.
That was gold.
But I've heard they're really bad on the workers.
They beat them?
Like those actors. Yeah, they beat the shit out of them.
They just don't hire black people.
Yeah.
They refuse.
Oh, you guys should see Lando. Oh, my gosh.
Wait, what?
Oh, look it up, buddy.
They need a lot of paint for that guy, let's just say.
They painted him?
Yeah. From head to toe.
Head to toe, man.
Head to freaking toe. He's not wearing clothes, man. They call him Lando. Like Lando. Buddy. Just go to a gift shop. Get a t-shirt at least.
There's a gift shop there?
You think there's not a gift shop at the Star Wars theme park?
Oh. I thought you meant on set.
On set.
There's a gift shop on set.
I feel like, honestly, with Disney, I feel like there would be.
Yeah, that sounds like the most Disney thing I've ever heard.
Don't forget to get your merch, Chris Pratt.
He's buying a hat on the way out.
Oh, I like this one. Oh, gosh.
Disney is sucking our souls dry.
Yeah,
Especially with Disney Plus now.
never ends. I've heard...
Greg,
They
you
get
bought
to suck
it.
our soul. They're sucking your soul as we speak,
Yeah,
Greg.
I know. I'm a corporate fool, but whatever.
Seriously, well, what's one good thing on Disney Plus right now?
We've talked about this.
You mentioned one. It was
The
The Mandalorian, and I don't
Mandalorian.
give
The
a shit about that.
Mandalorian,
The Mandalorian.
Phantom Menace, Lando's Revenge.
I'll wear all
Oh
my
my
clothes.
Lando finds trousers. Boom. I named like 5.
And none of those sound appealing.
And one of them's a comeback. He asked for originals.
Oh, originals? So far to The Mandalorian, but I remember I told you guys about those Marvel shows. I'm kind of interested
One
in
Marvel
those.
show.
Team Tigers.
Team Tiger.
Team Tigers? That sounds awful.
It's just a bunch of adolescent tigers.
Oh, yeah, they're making the
That
Moon
sounds
Knight
cute.
show.
Yeah, I think it is supposed to be kind of cute. Is it when Moon Knight's a baby and it's about his parents?
Yeah. Moon Knight, baby. Yeah, every Marvel show, they're babies.
You know, they never expand on that.
What, the babies of the parents?
No, the babies, like, the superheroes when they're babies.
Yeah, because it's really not interesting at all. That's
Why not?
Because not, I know baby's really interesting. It's just.
But if they
kind of a
have
baby.
powers, I think that's pretty interesting what they do with those powers as baby.
As baby.
As a baby.
I feel like most superheroes don't get their powers until later.
Superman is baby.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of baby Superman.
Yeah, but when Superman's on Kryptonian or whatever the planet's called, when he's on
Kryptonian.
Krypton, he's not really a superhero.
He's just a baby.
And he's a baby. He's just a
Because a
baby.
baby
I mean,
can't
you're
be
a
a
baby for a
superhero.
while. You're not just baby for like a day.
Oh, this is another boyhood thing? Oh, no. Shush, you're not a baby. Shush, come on.
No, I'm a baby.
I mean, wait.
No.
Who's to say? Who can tell me when I can stop being a baby?
Goo goo gaga?
Go, go,
Where's
go,
the
go.
boundary? Just show me the boundary. I don't see a boundary. There's no clear boundary.
There's no clear baby boundary.
I'm a baby.
No.
I'm a
Let him
baby.
be a baby if you want.
Sorry.
Greg and I have had a lot of talks about this.
We have constant disagreements. We're still,
Yeah, we're like Professor
we
X
still
and
have-
Magneto about this.
Yes.
It's whether we can let Sash continue to be a baby.
Yeah. Wow, he got it.
Yeah, but like, see, all those Marvel shows, like, I'm not really interested in any of them.
No, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's just Disney Plus, man. I can't.
Even
No, I completely agree. I can't argue against
even
that.
Loki and what else do
Yeah.
they have, dude? What the fuck? is this show?
I'm not. This isn't something like. I don't know. There's a chance I might unsubscribe, but I'm just curious. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
How much was it? Oh, yeah,
$7. It's not that bad.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
So if they increase it, then it's
Mm-hmm.
like. You never mind, but so far I like it.
They have all Disney movies.
Oh yeah, they got all the Disney.
They have
shit.
every single one.
Yeah,
Every single Disney movie.
I think so.
Actually,
I mean, I
yeah,
didn't really
yeah.
check, but I assume so.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
So I
sense.
could watch like Pocahontas
Oh yeah, definitely
and like
Pocahontas.
Mulan
Oh yeah,
and like Mulan 2.
oh yeah. I do kind of want to watch Monsters Inc. That's one
That's a slapper.
because I've been thinking.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Incredibles has always
Top
been
three,
my
baby. Top 3.
because Incredibles has always been my favorite. But the big thing with that movie is there's not some super heartfelt moment in
Nope.
that one.
And Monster Inc. has all of it.
Ooh, yeah, they
All of
do.
it.
Yeah.
It's drenched in it. like fucking syrup on a pancake.
Inc. is dripping.
So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Monsters Inc. Yeah, because like Incredibles does everything perfect, and it's I love that movie to death, but
Seriously,
it's just missing that like. There's a couple moments with the family that are pretty good, but it's more like when they're in peril and it's like it gets real. It's like holy shit! Like that scene when that scene when the plane gets attacked is fucking insane. Like that just in a kids movie that felt so intense and like when she's yelling at her kids to like when she's yelling at Violet.
Yeah,
I'm getting choked up right now because that was so fucking crazy. But yeah, there's just but it's still like there's no like. You know,
and Monsters
Inc. Yeah, I mean,
that well is deep.
I'm sure. Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever, but I just know. And
Wall-E Monsters Inc. are
Yeah, Wall-E was great too. That one.
Those two really got me.
That one had a lot of good like themes to it.
Honestly, Toy Story is overrated. A lot of people say Toy Story is like...
Toy Story's good.
Toy Story's good, but I think it's over. People talk about Toy Story like it's the best animated movie of all time. I don't think that's true. I think Toy Story is very, very good, but I don't think it's
properly rated. I don't think people say it's like the best animated movie ever.
I feel like people do. I feel like people talk about Toy Story like it's everything.
No, I think it's just because there's so many great like characters. I think that's mostly what people focus on. It's not really like... No one talks about like the plot of Toy Story that much. It's really all just like Woody and Buzz and like, you know, it's kind of just like because that's what they really did a great job with. Is like all these fun little toy characters and their personalities. People like who really like reveres the story of Toy Story that highly, you know?
I just feel like I hear that the movie is like the best animated.
Who
movie.
told you
a
this?
lot? I feel like I hear that a lot.
I've never heard it.
I gotta rewatch that one though. That's.
And I get it, like, it was definitely very groundbreaking for its time and everything,
grounded.
but I don't think it's, like, the best animated movie of all time. I don't think it's like that.
What is your favorite animated movie?
I just said it. Either Monsters, Inc. or Wall-E.
Oh, really? Just...
Ooh.
Wow. I don't really know. I feel like I'm forgetting some.
I'm definitely forgetting probably something, but those two are definitely in my top three regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Wall-E was, like, the one that, like, when it came out, like, I was so excited. I loved that movie so goddamn much when it came out.
I was excited when I saw the trailers as a kid, but I never watched it.
I grew definitely by now. I think it's one of the best Pixar movies by far. But I don't know, for some reason I wasn't that into. I was kind of disappointed when I saw it as a kid, but I don't know.
I think it's got themes and stuff that you'd probably enjoy more as an adult.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
loved the whole look of it and everything when I was a kid.
Oh no, it's
like,
beautiful, yeah.
And
the
then,
whole
like
space
the Wall-E and Eve together, that's such a cool...
Yeah.
That made it, man.
Like the super old robot and the super sleek... Oh, God, that was so fucking
great.
sweet. I love that as a kid.
What else? What animated...
Oh, Shrek 2. Okay, Shrek 2's got to be
yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's another one
that's
I
my
gotta
3. There
rewatch.
we go. We're set.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these animated ones in ages. I remember loving Shrek 2. That was one that... I watched Shrek a couple times, but it was really more Shrek 2 I rewatched.
I felt like it had every single like emotion you can go through in like an animated
Perfect
movie.
sequel, you know, it just amps everything up in the right way.
It's funny. It's very heartfelt. I loved it.
Yeah. I know I'm forgetting some big ones.
There's all those Disney ones, you know.
Yeah,
the Fox and the Rat and all that shit.
Yeah, they are just like two fucking weird animals all the time.
Oh, I'm really just not into like the Disney ones. Like aside from Pixar, the Disney animated ones.
Like Bambi and stuff?
Beauty and the Beast.
Well, those ones I don't think I've ever seen. Like maybe I've seen the older. I remember watching the old Peter Pan as a kid.
Tangled is a pretty
Dude,
good
I never
movie.
liked Peter Pan.
Yeah,
I didn't either. Peter Pan was always
I'm very
boring.
neutral.
Yeah,
I'm very.
He's my least favorite.
It was just weird. He just showed up and then he took all these kids to Neverland.
He showed up out of nowhere.
He showed up out of nowhere.
He invited that guy.
Yeah. What the fuck?
He wasn't like likable either. He was just
no.
He had like this stupid ass costume and he sounded annoying. Like I didn't like his voice. And then like, what are you doing? You're playing. You're just playing all the time. He's always just playing. You're not interesting. He wasn't.
You're 30 years old, Peter.
Yeah, or even if he's a kid, I don't want to see a kid play with a kid the whole time.
All right. But I was talking more like the Aladdins and the Lion Kings and those movies, like the 90s
I'm glad
ones.
that movie came out because I loved that.
No,
one.
Aladdin's very good.
As a kid, I've never
But
seen
Aladdin's
those movies.
Aladdin's another one of those like it's just a straightforward Disney movie. Princess, shit.
Yeah.
But for being that, it's very good.
I definitely saw Lion King as a kid and like that, but that's
Lion
the only
King is
90s
solid.
Disney
Yeah,
one I
Lion
saw. I don't
King.
think.
Lion King is solid. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't jerk my dick for it, but
No, and that new one looked dumb, and I heard it was dumb. So.
Yeah, everyone said it was really bad, which I can't imagine it being like horrendous. Like that doesn't make
even
sense.
like
to me.
Aladdin, I feel like got some good buzz.
Yeah. Oh,
I could
what
see
the
that one
fuck?
being horrendous.
Yeah.
But I felt like I still heard some good buzz from it though.
Really?
The
Yeah,
Lion King,
I didn't really hear anything.
I
about
heard some
Aladdin.
from Aladdin that some people liked it.
Yeah, some people liked it, dude. But
Yeah.
the Lion King, I didn't
No
hear a lick of
interest.
that. I did
Yeah.
not hear a
No,
lick.
Lion
yeah,
King,
yeah, me neither.
it looked like they made everything just less fun and more dull.
Yeah.
Like
The most positive things is that I heard is that, it's good because it's like exactly like the
it's like
the original
just
movie.
watch the original, you
Yeah,
weirdo.
but
Yeah,
it's
then
like,
what's
what-
the point of having
yeah.
another
It's
one?
like it's just making everything more realistic. It's like,
Mhm.
are you fuck?
Like I've seen a fucking baby lion before. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to see a baby lion.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't need to
Disney.
see a baby lion, Disney. I don't need to see that in my cinema. You got that?
In my cinema.
Get the lion out of my cinema. You son of a bitch. You hear me, Walt?
What is this, a Cockney accent? What is it?
Cockney. You just stay out of my cinema.
Disney.
That's Dirty Harry if you ran a movie theater. Thank you. Yes. What about Looney Tunes? Who's your favorite tune?
Okay.
I
my
like
favorite-
I like the Pussycat.
Ooh, oh, yeah, I used to be like
Sylvester?
so-so on
Yeah.
him, but rewatching that one, like that last time we watched Looney Tunes, I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious.
Did we watch Sylvester when we watched?
Yeah.
Looney Tunes?
I remember.
I don't remember.
Wait,
watching Sylvester.
I was thinking the skunk.
Oh, Pepe Le Pew.
Sorry.
Okay, Pepe's pretty
Pepe Le Pew was hilarious.
Well,
He's-
that
he's
was
kinda
great. It was the
one-dimensional.
same. It was the same episode like 3 times in a row when we were watching it.
Yeah.
Like the first episode, I was fucking crying. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But then the
Yeah.
second and third one were like literally the exact same thing.
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
one-dimensional, but I think he's hilarious when he's
Yeah,
on.
it's just the French accent so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, and it's just the fact that one guy does most of those voices is really cool.
Yeah, that too.
I like Porky Pig. He's funny.
Yeah, dude. I do like Porky Pig.
He's just very like I don't know how to describe it. He's just very funny. Bugs Bunny is a classic.
Bugs Bunny is.
I think he's overrated.
He's a little overrated. But
I'd say he's overrated too, but
I
I
don't
don't
know,
think he's that overrated.
he's just got that cool.
I think he's
cool
still. Yeah, I think he's
factor
still
to
got.
him.
Yeah, it is cool they did that for
And
a
I think he
cartoon.
can be
He's got more-
a weird thing
funny,
to do for a
dude.
cartoon.
He's got
I
like
think Bugs Bunny could be
attitude.
pretty fucking
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
And he's got like this Bill Murray vibe almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then yeah, Daffy Duck. I feel like his character like always
He's just
kind of
angry
changed
all the time, but
yeah,
like,
sometimes angry. Sometimes I saw some where he's basically just Bugs Bunny. It's like, what are you doing? It just seemed like they didn't. His character wasn't as set. Eventually, they got. Yeah, he's just angry.
I feel like I like it when bad things happen to Daffy Duck.
say that in confession.
You got church.
Yeah. All right. It's not a sin.
I like it when bad things happen to Daffy Duck.
Oh my gosh. Our audience just gasped, and I want to hear it. Comment down below if you gasped when you heard that.
They had to have.
That's going to be the caption. Hope I remember this. Sometimes I like when bad things happen to Daffy Duck. So what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean bad things?
I don't know. I
happen
felt
to
like
him?
shitty things.
And why?
happened
I like the keyword is sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I do feel bad for him, But sometimes I think I kind of like it when bad
You
things
get so
happen.
angry. You get so riled up and stuff.
Like, you really try to like it, but sometimes you just can't help it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh. No, I agree with you though. Sometimes it's great. Oh, jeez. Oh, what's his name? The big rooster guy.
Elmer Fudd.
No, Cockhorn, Bighorn.
Yeah, I love
Cockhorn,
Bighorn. He's funny. Hey, what you doing? Is that how he talks?
Yeah, no. At first I thought so.
There's Marvin the Martian.
Oh yeah, he's cool. I like his design.
Yeah, he is cool.
He's just got a great look to him.
Yeah.
His design is. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's not much going. There's not that much going on.
Roadrunner, boring as fuck.
Yeah, the Roadrunner is just meat running around.
Oh, I hate that.
It's just a shitty Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Oh yes. Whenever those
It's
come
Tom
on.
and Jerry without a heart or soul.
Yes.
Yeah, or just general intrigue. Like, it's not like it has a dynamite and an anchor or some shit. Like, this is boring.
And Tom and Jerry have this kind of like chemistry.
And each episode's like there's like a Rube
soul.
Goldberg machine. Like, it's the most complicated shit they set up. That cat and mouse.
Tommy was so the cat and mouse.
The cat and mouse they set up.
Very good. Jesus. So, what do you guys watch anything cool? Jeez, check out the time. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, what do you guys?
That hurt.
Oh, what are you guys watching? Viewing.
Oh, I'm not really watching any shows right now.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I was gonna watch. What was on? Something on
Disney
Prime.
Plus?
No, something on Prime. Oh,
Boy Meets World.
I forget.
Something on Prime.
I can't remember what it is.
There's a show or a movie?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. I was gonna watch something on Prime.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Sal started watching Naruto, and Greg, you remember that one part?
I remember Sal, yeah.
No. That one part of Sal? No. The one part in Naruto with the Chunin exam where Rock Lee, full sends it against Gaara.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
That is by far the best thing that I've seen from that entire show. It was so because he didn't have any jutsus or anything, and then he just
I have no idea.
Went to a whole nother. Trust me, if you saw this, you'd shit your fucking pants.
You'd yak, man.
I don't know, because it's I think you have to go through the process with Rock Lee and see where he came from to see how fucking insane that scene was and that entire episode was. Because it's he doesn't use any jutsus, he just uses his his taijutsu and his skills and stuff.
It's jujitsu.
He has jujitsu, and then it's just boom, bitch! You didn't think I had this in me, and it's all motivational. It gets you hyped up.
Yeah. What's it? Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
I might go watch that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause the podcast. Let's do Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show. We'd never be able to finish it.
Never, ever, 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 ever.
Sorry, we just can't finish
You can't finish it. We can't finish it. Sorry.
Return of Baby Sashua.
Uh-oh.
Bring him back.
Was that a
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Bring him back. Let's hear him. Baby Sashua?
Oh!
I like that we can't see anything.
Hello.
I'm Baby
Swedish chef. Whoa! All right.
Swedish Chef, that's Muppets.
Yeah. Well, that's what you sounded like.
And fuck that.
All right. Hey, come on. You were just.
Hey, you're not scary. You were just talking like a baby.
Yeah. Wait a second, that's Muppets.
Wait, Tony, do you like Muppets?
Oh, you both hate it.
Yeah.
You've both gang up on me about it. You knew he hated it, you little sack of shit.
Yeah, you definitely knew I didn't like Muppets.
Shut up.
That is
Wait,
genius.
Tony, you hate it just as much as I do, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, that's seriously a piece of shit, though.
All right, well, you know.
What? You like the characters? You think they're funny?
Oh, my God. We've been over this.
You think they're funny?
Yes, I do think they're funny.
Wow, I'm a pig. I'm a frog.
All right.
Go fuck yourself. Not you, I mean the frog.
No.
Kermit's not funny. And I don't even know any other characters besides at least Piggy and Kermit I know.
Fozzie Bear is great.
Oh.
Okay, Fozzie's. I would hang out with Fozzie. Fozzie's pretty cool.
Wow.
Fozzie Bear.
Hey.
Fozzie's pretty chill, dude.
Fozzie
Gonzo's
Bear.
pretty fun. Animal's pretty fun.
Animal.
Animal
He's
is
a
just
drummer.
a cookie monster.
Yeah,
He
guy,
fucking
that's
sucks.
it.
Oh, jeez. I didn't bring this up. You brought this upon me.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street
Is
is
so much better than the Muppets. Yeah, I think so.
It's just all for kids. Muppets has more.
What
like,
the fuck are you talking about with the Muppet? You think a Muppet's for a man?
The Muppets was actually originally made for adults. Fun fact.
They did a poor
It was
job.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. Perfect. I couldn't have said it better.
I want you to find me the best
Muppets
5-minute clip of the Muppets. And if that's funny, I'll give it to you.
No, there's no way you'll give it to me.
I'll give it to you.
That's because the clip does not exist.
I love.
Now I can show you a good part from Sesame Street. I can show that to you if you want it.
No, I don't want it. I want this to end. That's what I want.
All right.
But the
I
Muppet.
guess Sesame Street wins.
Oh, yeah.
No other option.
Jeez. It's fine.
What, the Muppets? No, it's not. It's way less than fine. It just sucks.
Oh, speaking of Muppets, whatever happened to Jason Segel? Like, he's disappeared. Do you guys not know him?
Segel.
You forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I know who Jason Segel is.
Wait, Jason Segel, like the
actor?
How Much Your Mother?
Yeah, How Much Your Mother, yeah.
Where's he? Like, he was in a lot of things, and then
yeah, no, you're
all
right.
Of a sudden,
he just kind of like fell off the face
it's
of
like
the
weird.
earth.
Like, he's one of the few Judd Apatow like kind of actors that is just gone.
Yeah,
because everyone else is still around. Even like Michael Cera, you still see him around.
He was starring in movies,
and he just stopped.
Yeah.
What did he do? Become a lawyer? Marshal?
Yeah. Became a fire marshal.
Lawyer.
And he was funny. Like, he was talented.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a likable guy.
He was like in that Paul Rudd movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was good in that.
Oh, he was so good in that.
He's never been more likable in anything else.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
He's like kind of cool, but at the same time, like
he seems
like a really chill guy in that movie.
He's not like
I'm like I want him to be my best man.
Yeah.
he's like a good Vince Vaughn.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, he's like Vince Vaughn. Wasn't
no,
bad.
Vince Vaughn wasn't. He didn't really go anywhere.
I'm
Dude,
a big
he
fan
kind
of
of
him.
just faded into obscurity.
He's just like I don't know. He's got these very Republican, and he does these like
Vince
weird.
Vaughn?
Yeah, he does these kind
His
of.
face looks like it, kind of.
Yeah,
I get
he
it.
does
but,
these
I didn't
weird.
Think that outspoken.
Yeah, I didn't.
He's
know that,
he like I don't know if it's come out, but he tried to make a movie or it's like a documentary about like police brutality, but it's like.
Was it a hit?
Yeah. We saw it together, remember? I don't know. He just seems like a guy, and the movie. He's just. I've never. I liked Old School.
Didn't
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
he was in that.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding
nah.
Crashers is
Will Ferrell's funny in that one. That's the.
in Old School.
In Wedding Crashers, he's a little.
Will Ferrell was in Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
I feel like I've never even fully seen Wedding Crashers.
Me neither. Just I've seen that and the beginning of Wedding Crashers.
I did see Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights with Owen Wilson. And Jackie Chan. I've seen a lot of Jackie Chan movies.
No, that's not even. That's a. Wait, Wedding Crashers. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, okay. At first I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more Jackie Chan movies than I thought.
He's great. I was watching some of his. He's like, he's got this unique thing about him where like, he can like fuck anyone up. Like he's so tough, but he's not like overly like testosterone. Like he's very like.
It's all on the scale. Yeah.
I love. He just seems so like innocent and lovable, and like he appears to be. Yeah, he just appears to be like a weak guy, and he's just very like innocent and like fun loving, and like But at the same time, if anyone fucks with him, he can just fucking, fuck him up. And that's just such a unique thing that I don't think any really big action star has.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Like, I don't think anyone else can pull that off.
He doesn't have to be intimidating.
Yeah, like which I think is so much more powerful that he doesn't have to appear like, he doesn't, he doesn't have to like do reps in between scenes,
Yeah, to get a pump going.
Yeah, and get all oiled up and shit. And dehydrate themselves. But I mean, he was being Wolverine, He had to dehydrate himself. It's a fact of life.
Understand. We get it.
Yeah, we get it, Hugh.
Dude, that makes so much fucking sense. Hugh Jackman.
Excuse me?
Pardon?
Hugh Jackman as like the Wolverine, like he had to like dehydrate himself.
He did.
Yeah, he must have. He had to have taken like.
I read a thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I just never thought about it that way. Like,
although he's not.
That would take
I think you told me that.
Did I tell him it?
I think you. Yeah,
no way, I didn't told you that.
Maybe it was great.
I talked about him dieting and like getting to that level, but I don't.
I remember in an interview
having to dehydrate to look ripped as fuck.
Although Hugh Jackman probably wasn't a good one to compare to Jackie Chan, because Hugh Jackman also seemed like a really like, not a big ego kind of guy,
Yeah, but I don't think has he done many action roles other than Wolverine?
Really? Yeah, I think he usually just does like musicals and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What else? Yeah, what? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Huh.
Is that all he does?
That is a weird thing that he just does musicals and then
Wolverine. And he's great in both.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't even think about that, really.
No one even considered Hugh Jackman for anything action related before Wolverine.
That's weird, and you feel like he'd get. Oh, he was in like a shitty like Van Helsing movie.
Okay.
That looked terrible. I think I saw that like forever ago when I was a kid.
In theaters?
No, I think just like on TV or something. It was really bad. But yeah. But I think after that he's like, no more action unless I got claws,
Smart. Good move.
It's a good rule for any of us.
Oh, there's claws in it.
And claws in what? In X-Men, yes. That's why.
You know what?
That's why I said it.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, I love his claws. Love his fury.
Fuck him.
Come on, man. You don't love his fury? We can't see anything.
What the hell is it?
It's so dark in here. I feel like I'm going insane.
Freaking me out, dude.
Sorry. Oh.
Are you holding the phone?
No. I'm holding a gun. That's right. Open your eyes. You can't.
I can open my eyes.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, you won't be able to see shit.
I can still see it. There's like some light coming from like the thing up by the garage door.
I think we need to shut that down.
Shut that down.
Greg, shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut the light down.
Alexa, turn off the garage light.
Alexa, turn the light off.
Alexa,
turn the garage off.
Alexa, turn off the garage. What a bitch.
Alexa, show me a clip of something bad happening to Daffy Duck.
I'm in a bad mood. I need to be cheered up.
I know I shouldn't be watching this, but I have to.
It's a guilty pleasure.
How does Tom and Jerry get it so right?
That's a good question.
Sounds like a good article.
very heavily political.
Yeah.
So ahead of its time.
What Tom and Jerry does well.
It's
Why
just
it works.
the simplicity, I'd say.
No, because that's why the simplicity is why the Roadrunner sucks ass. So it's not just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also yeah, true. But it's all like usually like confined in a house. See, maybe.
But sometimes they go in Jerry's hole. Sometimes they're out in Tom's world.
True.
Sometimes they go in Jerry's
But they
hole.
don't go too crazy with it, you know? They're not
They
like...
can go pretty deep into
They
that
don't
hole.
go that crazy.
No, I
There
mean...
was a laboratory in one of his holes.
Oh, wow. Okay. But, like, it's all confined in, like, the house in the backyard.
Maybe they're just more creative.
Cool?
Maybe they're just more creative with their
Yeah, I think that's true, yeah.
their hijinks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think because like, it is a house and not just like an open desert, they can do a lot more.
Yeah, there's
But the thing
there's
is,
a lot
I
more
feel like that
opportunity.
should
Falling
take-
off the
That's
tables.
true.
But shouldn't that take the Roadrunner to another level?
But no,
But
having that
Roadrunner
kind of freedom?
doesn't do it.
But it doesn't
Also-
do it. That's what's so fucking weird.
Just the area where they're in, a desert, is kind of boring.
Yeah, like you
There's
can't.
not much
there's
there.
there's not like a table for you to.
Yeah.
like,
You
kinda
do
have to, like,
anything. It's
That's a
just
big
nothing.
shit. That's
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
big... Yeah, that's one of the big
And
things.
the
That's why the
natural
joke is this
environment.
weird the cartoon Acme bag or whatever the fuck.
The
which isn't
environment
even
doesn't
funny.
allow them
The
to
Acme
like take
bag
it to
isn't
another level.
funny, guys.
Yeah, and it's more related. Like, everyone knows, like, cat and a mouse, you know, it's classic. It's like, what, a fucking whatever that
Well,
thing
I don't
is?
think that's. I don't.
A who's-y
know
what's-y
what
against
you're
a whatever
saying.
that?
I know what you're saying, but I don't think that's why it's not good. I don't think it has anything to do with the animals in my
Yeah, I don't
opinion.
think it
In
has
my
anything to do
humble
with the
opinion.
animals either. But like, I see what you mean. It is a Roadrunner. It's like
like,
it's
yeah, but
harder.
still, like-
It's much harder to like get on board with
Yeah.
than like a cat and mouse.
I don't know.
I
mean,
think it's.
I
much
know.
harder to get
I
on board
agree
with.
that like the relationship's way more obscure. Like I don't know that relationship, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think that affects the show at all. Is what I'm
No.
saying.
I agree. I agree with you on that. But I'm just saying that just and it makes it that much harder to get on board with. And instantly have it click with the audience.
Yeah. Indubitably. For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you watching right now? You asked us.
I'd rather not say.
What?
I rewatched Big Trouble in Little China. That's a really good movie. Highly recommend. It's
Doesn't that have
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell?
He's great. He's like this. He's like a dumber Han Solo in that movie. Like he's just kind of like. It's like an action comedy. I highly recommend. It's very funny and very good.
I'm sorry. Is there a smart Han Solo?
Oh.
Shit! Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha,
Oh, yeah.
Harrison.
Harrison.
No, Kurt Russell's character he's just like a parody of like just like American action heroes.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
He's just like this dumb guy who's like involved, and there's like a good compilation on YouTube of him just asking questions because he never knows what's going on. It's pretty funny. Like all he does throughout the movie is like, what, where, where'd you get that? What's going on? Hey, tell me what's going on. And it's he does it so fucking well. He's so good in that movie, and like he's like not good. Like he fucks up, and he's just like he's not good at fighting. Yes, I highly recommend.
I feel like a lot of people want to be action stars, but not everyone's cut out to be an action star, dude. Like Shaq.
Is Shaq trying to be an action
He was
star?
well, not it's
Shaq
back in the
Steel.
'90s.
Yeah.
There was Steel.
And Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu was a video game.
Oh, it is. It's a video game.
Yeah, but he was Steel, and then, or like more like what that guy from Avatar. Like he just kind of was like, blech.
Wait, which guy from?
The
Avatar?
guy he tried to be an action star, Sam Worthington.
Really? He
from
tried to be an
Avatar.
action star?
Well, yeah, he was in a couple really generic movies. You know, Avatar was his big thing, but after that, he just kind of.
Who was he in Avatar?
He was the main guy, Jake Sully.
Oh.
And he was in that Terminator movie that was really bad.
Salvation?
Yeah, and he was just like in a bunch of just like movies, and he's just a very kind of bland guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a guy who fell flat on his face.
Jesus, man.
Sorry, Sorry, that felt really harsh.
That was pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm sure you're good.
I mean,
Sam Worthington, you are worth our time.
Is he even in the game anymore?
Our time. He's in the game. He's planning his comeback. What? I'm a big fan.
Never count Sam Worthington out of the game. All right, that's your first mistake.
Yeah.
I've already counted him out.
First of many.
I don't know if that's a mistake.
Oh, it's a mistake. All right.
It's a mistake. He's
Are
gonna
you
come.
sure?
He's going to terminate you.
Terminate him?
Terminate you. Capiche?
You're the avatar target.
You're the avatar.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think Arnold is my new number one favorite.
Yeah, dude, Arnold's really
Favorite
good.
what?
Like
Terminator?
action star.
He's my favorite Terminator.
He's my favorite governor. Oh yeah, probably he is probably my favorite governor.
You don't like ours?
Fuck our governor. I want Arnold.
What's his name?
You know what'd be cool?
What's
if
our
a
governor's
governor
name?
assassinated another governor. Like I was thinking, what if John
Make it
Wilkes
happen.
Booth was a governor and then he killed Lincoln with a gun?
Sounds like you're pitching a script you just wrote.
It's not the time. I do it later.
Yeah, dude, come on. We don't need it.
I feel like it's good. I feel like this one's golden.
I respect our governor.
Who?
Case? No, he's not.
Kip
Case.
Richards?
Definitely not our.
What's his name?
Oh,
Kip-
Kip Richards.
Kip Richards.
Kippy Ricky.
Sounds like a fucking.
Kip Richards.
Kip Richards sounds like
a D&D character.
Yeah, or like a '60s Marvel character.
Kip Richards.
No, it's what is it? Chris Christie?
No,
That's the
no
New Jersey.
fucking way.
That's a New Jersey. Is he a
We
governor?
always get into politics eventually.
Oh no, it's New
Politics.
Jersey senator.
But New Jersey senator. What the fuck? Get your head out of your
Chris
ass.
Christie.
Chris Christie, get your fucking head out of your ass.
Get your head out of your ass. Get your head out of that sandwich too, you big.
Whoa, hey, no, we don't do that here. We do not do that here.
I don't know, sandwich.
We do not make
I'm
fun
not
of people's
talking to
wit.
you, Shosh. I'll have a sandwich.
Yes, I can smell it. You do have it. You have a salami sandwich.
Yeah. You got a Reuben in your pocket. What the fuck are you doing? You are worse than Chris Christie. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said what should not be said.
Oh, God,
fuck
I am
Chris Christie.
uncomfortable.
Chris
Chris Christie was in the Republican race with Trump and stuff, and he lost really badly. Because, he's a...
What do we do? Why am I have a politics segment?
We have to! This is what the people want!
It's also kind of a history segment.
They don't care about Akira!
Bitch.
They don't.
It's history. It's political history.
They want Chrissy Christie.
Chris Christie. Republican
Okay,
Chris Christie.
okay, now I'm into it.
Christie.
That's cool.
That was pretty dope. I love him.
Ew.
He's my favorite fat
Take it easy.
fat fuck. He's my favorite.
So Greg knows who Chris Christie is.
Yeah, he definitely does.
'Cause that's an accurate description.
Guilty. You're right. He's a fat fuck.
Jesus.
Whoa, man.
No, he's
I hope there's
corrupt.
no Chris Christie fans or Chris Christie's not listening to
Oh,
this.
I'm so sorry. You're probably just as fat.
Probably just as fat as him.
You fucks.
Holy shit.
You fat fuck.
You fat fucks voted for Chris Christie? Are you kidding me? What the fuck was going through your head voting for a corrupt fatty like that? Jesus.
We should put all the corrupt.
Country.
We should put all the corrupt fatties in behind bars.
Right now they're in Congress. Oh my gosh.
I like this political humor we have.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like this new banter.
Satirical. Yeah, this is really fun.
I think this is our vein. I think
This
this
is
is
our
where we
vein.
thrive. This is our new zone. Let's do these with the news from now on.
Yes. Let's satirize the news.
Oh, I'm MSNBC. Look at me.
Oh, look at me. I'm Mr. Fox News.
I'm CNN.
Oh my gosh.
Look at us.
Fuck off SNL. We got the shit covered.
No, SNL's bad, dude.
Yes.
And we're there to take the
Yes,
throne.
NL.
That's great.
No, said that.
Yeah, I think the way it's set up, it's like there's some good sketches, but most of the time it's just a miss.
I think it's one fat turd that never should have.
And now, lately it's rough. It's very rough. And Donald Trump jokes are not funny most of the time.
Respect our president.
Yes, there you go. I was building to that, and I set up for you, and you slammed it.
Respect our president.
Respect our pres, bitch.
Have you said that to your mom yet?
I did, but she just like ignored me.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
She wouldn't believe me. There's no way.
Damn.
Why won't my mom believe me?
Why won't my mom take me seriously?
I voted for Donald Trump, Mom. I voted for Chris Christie, Mom. Guess which fat fuck I voted for? I did a 2-in-1. Chris Christie and D. Trump, baby. This country's...
Chris Christie is president. Donald Trump
Woo!
is vice president.
Woo! Round of applause. Hell yeah, baby!
Genius thing I ever heard.
Holy shit. You should be president just for saying that.
No, I'll be the treasurer.
All right, it's fine with me as long as Chris Christie's the commander in chief.
He's above me. As my commander in chief.
I want that fat fucking charge now.
Whose dick do I gotta suck to get this fat fucking charge?
Don't lose weight, Chris. Don't.
So now you love him for being fat? I don't know what your opinion on him is.
Who do I gotta jerk off to get that fat fuck Chris Christie?
Seriously, who?
Who?
Tell me who and I'll do it.
I got like this gulp before. No, seriously, just fucking point him out. He's out of breath.
Chris Christie deserves to live in luxury the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, man.
On the throne as president.
At least get like a TV show out of him. I'd love to watch his everyday life.
As president, of course.
I'd like to see what other corrupt shit he's up to. You corrupt pig.
God.
I want to email this to Chris Christie.
Ooh, that'd be rich.
Yeah, this audio file. That'd be good.
We'll be rich.
Dear Mr. Fat Fuck, here's a podcast where I talked about you. Give it a listen. Probably should.
Won't, you fucking coward.
You probably should watch Akira before you. It's a Japanese anime. Anime. Chris Christie.
Chris Christie, listen and watch the
Anime. Oh my gosh, this is a wild one.
So Greg, you do know who Chris Christie is?
Yeah, okay. I do. Governor of New Jersey.
Is he a governor? I thought he was a senator. But...
now he's probably senator. He probably is not a governor because he
probably climbed up the rat wall.
Climbed up that huge rat wall that every politician's got to get over. Listen, that's why I don't like politicians. It's because they've all climbed over the rat wall.
All their hands are dirty from grabbing onto that
rat wall. Mm-hmm. Some stay in the rat hole, some climb the rat wall.
Either way, you're stuck with the rats, baby.
You are in with the rats.
That's what the sign says on my bedroom door.
You're in with the rats.
Welcome to my room.
You're in with the rats.
Woo! Yeah, that's gonna be some. It's gonna be an interesting thing to think about for this election.
Election of what?
The election of rats that's coming up next year.
The 2020 rat election.
The rat race.
November 4th.
Which rat will cower and which rat will
race.
prevail?
What rat's gonna run our country?
Hillary's like, I might make a comeback. I'm like, sit down.
Well, no,
sit down, rat.
Well, it's too late now.
Sit down, you rat.
I give everything. I would sacrifice everything to hear someone heckle any like candidate at like a debate.
With Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, probably Hillary Clinton is the best. Everyone's standing at a podium. She's talking about something. Everyone's quiet. Out of nowhere. Sit down, you rat! Nowhere for her to sit down.
What? Sit down. Also, not like get out of here. Like you can stay. Just sit down.
Sit down.
I don't like Hillary.
Oh my god.
Really? She's a rat. She's a rat woman in charge.
She's a rat, and her legs must be tired because she's always standing.
Hey, listen, she wouldn't be a rat woman if it weren't for a rat husband.
Bill
Clinton.
No, Bill's okay.
No, he's not. He's a rat.
Yeah, he's a fucking rat.
He cheated on Hillary.
He's a rat. She's a rat.
But a rat cheats on a rat.
Yeah, who's getting hurt?
God. I don't think there's any hurt in that equation.
There you go. There you
Do
go.
you feel guilty when you step on a rat? Probably not.
Oh.
No hurt.
Also, do you ever step on a rat? Comment down below. If you do, please send us pics.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You can't send pics in comments.
People squishing rats.
Email us.
Emails pics of squished rats at treetroublestudios@gmail.com.
It's in there. You already know it.
All right.
They already know it.
You're right. Please, well, just,
In their contact books.
All right. Just make sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, just email. And don't forget to email.
Don't forget. Because we know you have the pictures. Just don't forget to send them.
There we go. Why
Do you know what the hell you're doing?
All right, there.
If I see it, do it one more time.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to close it, but then it would just keep opening up. And
Maybe we should end it because it's been an hour and 40.
Okay,
I love it.
Final thoughts on Akira.
No, I love the longer the better. I say. Akira.
Yeah, final thoughts, summary.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think there was just like overall, it kind of like how Greg and I were first time before we came in here, but like, yeah, I thought it was interesting throughout. There was just like a lot of parts that I thought, like the parts that they did well, I thought were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then the parts that were not done well, I thought were very below average.
Yes.
Subpar. So if I'm giving like a number out, this is probably gonna be the toughest one to rank, I think.
Yeah,
it's very
tough.
Because it's probably gonna be somewhere kind of in the middle, just because like, I'm gonna give it like 6.5.
Yeah, same for me. If I had to rate the animation just alone, 10 out of 10.
No, the animation alone is like
Yeah.
a fucking 9.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think the animation's at least a 9.5, honestly.
But overall, yeah, 6.5's pretty good.
I think I'm a little bit more positive than you guys, but I definitely see where you guys are coming from. But like, I don't know. Aside from like the characters, I think the plot made a good amount of sense. I think there's a lot of unanswered.
Yeah, I mean, I think it made sense. It didn't like. Well, it wasn't amazing.
Yeah,
it was just kind of like
you're right.
fine to me.
Yeah, which I was really hoping it'd be something.
I feel you guys, but I feel like the highs were just so high that like I can't discount that.
That's true.
And it's like no part of the movie is bad.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like
it's fine with a lot of really good parts.
That's what Greg said too. Is that like the parts that were like bad were like not like kind of like you said too, like not lazy bad.
Yeah,
it was phony.
Yeah.
It was just like not like it was interesting.
It just wasn't working.
Wasn't
they were
good.
trying something and it just wasn't
working. I
working.
just didn't like it.
I thought it worked a little bit more for me than it did for you guys, but I definitely see where you guys come. I would probably give it like A high 7, like a 7.7, 7.7,
Yeah.
7.8. I think I would land somewhere in there.
All right. Now, Tony, you are the next peak.
Oh yeah, he's
Yes.
the next pick. Holy shit.
And I have one ready. So the next movie we're going to watch, kind of a little departure from Akira, kind of not really in the same realm. It's more of a, I don't know who directed the movie. I don't really know who made the movie.
You know the name? Or...
I don't know who's in it. Honestly, I don't know.
This one's gonna be
I
interesting.
don't know a whole lot about the movie. But what I do know is that it's a holiday film.
That's fun, actually.
Not really an in-season holiday. Not really
Okay, then
around
what the fuck?
November.
What's the point?
Oh,
Well, I think you'll hear the point when I say the name of the movie.
oh, I'm on.
Because the next movie that we're
My
going to
heart
watch...
is racing.
Okay, Greg, calm the fuck down. You're freaking me out. I'm not even that high. You're freaking me out.
Spring Breakers.
Wait, no fucking way.
Yes.
I never in a million years expected you
Wow.
to say that
That
movie.
came out
I
of
swear
nowhere.
to God.
This one, I think, will be a very
People,
fun one to talk
people,
about.
I
Franco.
enjoy this movie. I enjoy this movie. It's
I
a
thought this
stupid
movie was dog shit when I first saw it.
It's a stupid movie, but I still love this movie.
But I saw like I didn't even see a clip of it, but I just saw like a picture from the movie.
I've never
Like,
seen
online,
it.
I just saw like James Franco, and I was like, I think I got to give it another watch.
We should
It's
get.
time.
We should
It's
get.
it's really stupid, but I had a lot of fun watching it.
I'm pretty
I
excited.
had a lot of fun watching it. And Gucci Mane is in it. He makes
Oh.
he's like the villain, which is really weird.
I'm
but-
sure James Franco hams it up. That'll be fun to watch.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm
you know
most
Riff
excited
Raff,
for.
Greg. You know Riff
Oh
Raff?
yeah, he's
He
basically
basically
that.
plays Riff Raff, and it's hilarious.
We should get Sam in on this one after because he bought the ski mask from the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure he'd be down for that one. Ooh, yeah, this will be an interesting one. I have no idea what to expect.
No, I just didn't expect it because I know Tony hated the movie.
Yeah, this came out of.
Yeah,
I
I
could
did
not have
not
a
like
And I
million
always
years
stick
predicted
up
this.
for this movie, and he hates that.
Yeah, I'm still expecting it to be as bad, but I just want to see James Franco do his thing.
Yeah, no, you'll enjoy
And I think the
him.
movie
You'll
will
enjoy
be
him.
like, I think there'll be a lot of parts.
But no, I haven't seen it in at least like 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think I saw it like around.
I saw it around when it
out.
came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll be fun.
Sure, there'll be a lot to talk about. For sure.
Yeah.
I think is that an A24 movie? I feel like it might be.
Holy shit! No fucking way! No fucking
way.
way!
I don't know.
I would
man.
shit bricks if that.
Let me look it up.
Spring Breakers.
No way.
I don't know, man. Let's see real quick. Internet movie database, Spring Breakers.
You're not fooling anybody. We know you're not giving a voice.
There's
for that.
no way A24, dude.
Oh, mama. Yeah, it is. It is A24.
No! What? What the fuck?
I don't think that's that crazy.
Yes, it is,
think that's pretty
dude.
fucking crazy.
You haven't seen the movie.
Oh,
Okay, wait
alright.
till you see the movie.
What the fuck?
It definitely has like a low-key artsy kind of thing going
Yeah, it
for
seems
it.
Yeah,
like-
but so much of it is like
But so much of it is just like
whoa.
stupid. Like that's the best way to put it. So much of the
Yeah.
movie is just like stupid fun.
Yeah.
And I would not expect that from A24 at all.
I mean, to be fair, A24, it's just the production. They just get lucky, I guess. And they just, I feel like
What
their
the
thing is like
fuck?
they get.
how
they
did
just,
you remember? How did you even?
I just felt like it. Just felt.
It
I
just
had
felt
a,
it.
Yes. I don't know.
But no, that's crazy.
I have an A24 instinct.
Because like the way they directed it and the way they shot it, like it definitely feels
Yeah,
artsy. So
yeah.
I get where it's come from, but it's just like the writing is on. I feel like it's definitely below their level, to where it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, you
Selena
know.
Gomez is in there. I forgot.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot about
Vanessa
her.
Hudgens.
too, yep.
Oh
and
shit!
some
and
other
Vanessa
ones.
Hudgens, yeah, and there's one other chick that's not important.
Pretty Little Liars. I think she was in or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Could watch that a little bit after to compare. Think that'd be a good idea. No? All right. Thank you for listening.
Okay, that was fucking gross. You fat fuck.
Hey.